Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now February 20th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars Episode 9, a lot of fans have been very much on edge with exactly how Disney is going to handle all of the new Star Wars projects, such as everything to come on Disney Plus, and of course everything that will roll into theaters, such as the theatrical releases, like the new movies, etc. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Star Wars that I honestly am very excited about is the fact that Disney is currently cleaning house over at Lucasfilm in order to create a better future for Star Wars. And this really makes me feel very positive. The fact that not only, number one, Kathleen Kennedy no longer has creative control over many of the existing projects in the early development phase, but number two is the fact that Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and George Lucas will have major roles in the creative decisions of these new Star Wars projects that are going to be on Disney Plus and in the forms of movies. So that's another thing to look forward to. But when we examine everything related to the Skywalker saga, obviously things could have been handled better by Disney. There's no denying that Disney could have very well handled the sequel trilogy in a more responsible way, and having it all mapped out before, of course, rushing from one director to another writer, etc., etc. So, with that being said, what's really intriguing has all to do with one of the new projects and how Jon Favreau is attached to one of these particular projects that has something special to do with the characters of both Ben Solo and Rey. Now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are moving on to their new Star Wars universe, as well as their new Star Wars trilogy of films, where it's noted that currently Disney is also focused on Disney Plus and their new Star Wars TV shows to come. However, many fans have been very curious about what could have been before the reshoots and the rewrites for The Rise of Skywalker. Disney, however, is currently focused on the new Star Wars films and projects, and one of the big plans that Disney has in store for the fans is to bring back the concept of Reylo for the Star Wars franchise. Now, it's noted that the new EU will bring a return of Ben Solo in some way, shape, or form that is going to elongate the concept of Reylo after Disney realized that fans wanted more with their romance in Episode 9, and how some fans were upset with the kiss scene being very brief and rushed just as Ben Solo died after. Now, it's said that Jon Favreau will be behind the concept of Reylo and bringing back the concept of both Ben Solo and Rey into the Star Wars universe in the upcoming The Rise of Skywalker sequel series that is going to be in animated form and will have realistic animation styles that won't be released until some years from now. Now, it's known that Jon Favreau will be handling some of the creative decisions for the Rise of Skywalker sequel series, and that Jon will be in charge of how the Reylo situation in the series will be handled, as well as exactly how Ben Solo will return in the sequel to the Rise of Skywalker, that will also explore Rey's new Jedi Order and more, and even brand new Skywalkers that will be related to Rey. Jon Favreau is also described to be doing something unique with Ben Solo's return that will go beyond one's expectation. So, the thing about this that really stands out to me a lot here is you can see that Disney and Lucasfilm are trying their very best in order to bring back Ben Solo in a significant way. Now, say what you will about The Rise of Skywalker, but there are aspects in there that are very well done by Adam Driver, such as his communication with his own father, Han Solo in the form of a vision, a very touching scene, very well acted. It was an emotional sequence that really got a lot of fans tearing up, there's no doubt about that. Adam Driver, I think, really is the best thing of the sequel trilogy, and the character of Kylo Ren really is the highlight of these new Disney Star Wars movies. I think that there's really no, denying that. It really is. So, the fact that they're trying to resurrect the concept of Reylo. So let's examine this. Now, there's a lot of fans out there that love the concept and despise the concept. So it's a very tough thing to really handle, and it's definitely something that was very hard for J.J. Abrams to really handle in The Rise of Skywalker. In fact, it's one of the main reasons as to why we got the concept of Reylo last minute for a total of 30 seconds, like a true form of Reylo where they actually kiss, they have a romantic moment, and then Ben Solo dies. As opposed to the Han and Leia relationship and the Anakin and Padme relationship, you can see how it spans throughout the films, where in this scenario, the relationship between both Rey and Ben Solo really was only a thing that really kind of blossomed at the very end of The Rise of Skywalker. Sure, it was there a little bit in The Last Jedi, in Snoke's throne room scene, and in the elevator sequence and stuff like that, and even the Force bonds. You know, you can see that Rian Johnson was laying down breadcrumbs, but it was never quite apparent as to exactly who Rey was really going to end up being with. Was it going to be with Finn, Poe, Kylo at the time? And the fact that JJ finally chose, you know, Kylo Ren to be the one. Now that's exactly what Jon Favreau will be handling in the new Star Wars universe moving forward with this new Rise of Skywalker sequel series. Now, how Ben Solo is going to return, that's a big mystery on the table here. We do know that they could go in multiple routes. It could be something around the lines of Ben Solo being a part of Rey's spirit, perhaps, or Ben Solo being trapped in the worlds between worlds, or maybe he's going to be a different type of Force ghost for all we know. They could be evolving the concept of that. After all, Luke Skywalker caught a lightsaber in The Rise of Skywalker. Who knows what Force ghosts will be able to do in future Star Wars material. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.